Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of the N.A.R.C.N Network, and also the host of the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 132 on the N.A.R.C.N Network, and the title of episode 132 is The Narcissist's False Virtue. Now, when we talk about false virtue or virtue itself, everybody likes to be looked upon as having some virtuous characteristics to them. We all like to be looked upon as being positive people who are beneficial and helpful and kind and nice with other individuals, and the narcissist isn't any different. The difference between a person who does this for really legitimate reasons and a narcissist using virtue is that narcissists use virtue, again, to literally just achieve or to get what they want. A narcissist will be as helpful, as kind, as nice as pie with anyone as long as that person has something that that narcissist can attain from them. If you do not have something that the narcissist wants off you, they're not going to make an attempt to be overly nice to you, overly kind, caring, helpful, or anything of this particular nature, because you present no benefit to them. And this is why we talk about the virtue of the narcissist being false. A person who wants to deal with somebody or who deals with someone and wants to deal with them in a beneficial way for no reason whatsoever. They can't, there's no motive behind the kindness that a person presents. That is a person who is putting forth straightforward, true virtue in an instance with another individual. They want to help that person out in some way. They want to be kind to that person in some particular way. They want to do something beneficial for that person without the idea that they can attain anything in exchange for that, for those positive things or for that help that they put forth with that person. Narcissists will only put forth this type of virtue for several reasons. One is to truly hide what they really are. They will try to pull the wool over everybody's eyes, and they will try to be virtuous so that people don't recognize or realize what's really going on with the narcissist, or how messed up the narcissist actually is, or what type of person they actually really are. So you will see false virtue out of a narcissist when a narcissist is trying to pull the wool over your eyes and keep a facade up, because they want some type of benefits out of you, whatever those benefits might be. The second the narcissist can see no benefit out of you, they will not continue to show you those particular things, either their virtuous side, or they will not continue to show you positivity or effort towards you in any way, shape, or form, the second that they realize that you will be of no use to them. And this is what comes when we talk about the narcissist's false virtue. Normal people will put forward virtue or virtuous aspects of themselves without an idea that they're going to get reciprocated back, something of this nature. It's just the nature of a good person to be this way without any expectation of getting anything back. Narcissists expect to get something back because they are the focus. So whatever they want to achieve or do or attain, they will make an attempt with you if they know that they can get something back. And of course this manifests in many, many different ways. I'm going to give you one particular example here of a situation that I have that occurred with a friend of mine. This friend of mine worked in very, very high-end computer programming for years with a government agency, and he was, for all intents and purposes, the guy who was literally the brains behind this particular software development that he was working in. But for years, his boss took all of the credit for the work that he did. His boss was not able to work through, of course his boss was his boss, but he was also the head of this program and the person who was trying to come up with ideas that would fix problems or cure things that were going on within the work that they were doing, or just to present useful applications that they were using in the confines of this software development so that the software would work correctly and function. And this was what the head of this department's thing or job was. Except that they weren't able to come up with solutions for what was going on. It was my friend who came up with all of the technical solutions, and also came up with not only debugging some of the stuff that didn't work in the software applications that they were using, but also just coming up with the programming altogether with the software. This was 95% my friend who did all of this, yet his boss was taking all the credit for this for years. And making himself look like he was the brains behind this whole thing, and everything was, you know, his invention, and he came up with all these cutting-edge things that this company came up as far as developmental software, or software that they developed. And this went on for a number of years until somebody who was a co-worker with my friend came forward and spoke to the head people that this company was working for and said, oh, no, it's not the boss who thinks all this stuff up. It's this guy, which was my friend, who comes up with all of the problem solving and all of the invention in the software development that they were doing. This is a great example of someone who is narcissistic and taking credit for everything. Narcissists, they sometimes do very little of the work, or try to do as little work as possible, but they want to take credit for everything. This is part of the narcissist false virtue. They want to look good and they don't want to do the work, and this is part of their laziness and part of the way that the narcissist brain works and part of what they do. This is just one example here, but there's many more examples out there of things that narcissists will do. This was just one quick one I could think of that was a great example to use of how narcissists actually put forth false virtue. So this was an example of what I wanted to give to you guys of how narcissists present false virtue. This is just going to be episode 1 here, or part 1 of episode 132. We're probably going to go into some other stuff in the future, because I do have some other examples of the narcissist false virtue in my own instances here. But we're going to talk about those particular things in an upcoming episode. So this will be part 1 of episode 132, and I'll do a part 2 sometime coming up in the future, where we'll talk a little bit more about some of my personal experiences with a narcissist false virtue, and we'll go into those particular details in that part 2 episode. So I'm just going to say to you guys, hope you guys have a great day. Stay tuned for some new content coming up both on the N.A.R.C.N network and also on the Unmasking the Narcissist channel. But for right now, I'm just going to say I hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you really soon in some new episodes.